What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of 54 Yards. And unfortunately, you just got me today, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Cam had to take care of some things, so, show must continue. Gotta do it all solo dolo, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Hope y'all enjoy me. Hope y'all love me. Hope y'all don't give me a hard time too much. But let's jump right into it, man. Where we at? What week are we in? Week 6? Halfway through the season? Flying by, man. I don't know if I can. I need it to slow down. Put a pause on it. Slow down. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. Stop right where you're at. But week 6, my Longhorns are back, and the Cam Sooners are back in action this week. I guess I'll start with his game. There's not too much to talk about there, man. They're playing Kent State. John was here, will be out of this game, I believe. I know he's been practicing, but I believe he will be out. So that means Mr. Hawkins will step in at quarterback and take on the Kent State. I don't even know what their mascot is. Eagles or something. I know it's like a bird or something. I don't know. But it's playing Kent State, man, and I mean, what is there to say? It's David versus Goliath here, Although that story just won't happen in this one, but if it does, oh my god, boy, do they got some things to worry about. Yeah, it should be a blowout. They should take care of business. Should be nothing to it. It should be, I don't know, it's like 50-0, 55-0, 48-0, somewhere around there. Like, I don't see Kent State scoring a point. I know Jaden Ott will be probably running back 1 this game. And I know Cam has been saying they need to work him in. They need to work him in and get him just on the field, touches and whatnot. And I feel like this is like the perfect game for him to play in. One, it's right before the Texas game. So, naturally, you kind of want to rest like the running backs that have been starting. Just because you don't need them, so to say. And this is a good game for him to, come in and show what he has the capabilities to do. Because we saw it last year, and he was the number 1 running back in the portal. But he hasn't been seen this year, due to injury, due to coaches not thinking he's ready and whatnot. So, great stage for him. Why not go do it against a team that you should absolutely just take care of business on? Go run. Hey, he might run for 200, man. I need that for my season long. But all in all, like I said, they shouldn't score. They should win this game very easily. They got a cupcake game right before they play Texas. So good for them, I guess. 2 buys in a row. Like, what are we doing here? You got bye Kent State, Texas. Like, it's basically 2 buys in a row. The starter should be out by the second quarter. Like, the game shouldn't be close. Anywho, yeah. So that's all I got for you. I know they got some recruits today. Another 2027 class is looking good. Basically, got all 5 stars. Missed out on Peyton Houston, but they got other guys that will fulfill that job. But, yeah, I don't have the insider like he does, man. The only inside information I know is Jaden Ott, and I shared it with you guys. So he should be running back 1. Should be full go. He tear them boys up. So, that being said, enough of them Sooners. On to my Longhorns, man. Tough matchup going into the Swamp. 2:30 on SEC on ABC, or actually we're on ESPN. Take that back. We are on ESPN. I believe Bama Vandy's on ABC. But either way, we got a 2:30 kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Prime spot for, I'm going to refrain from saying what I was going to say. But 2:30 kickoff. We're ready. We're rocking. We're rolling. off of a bye week. Both of us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't remember Florida playing last week. Both of us coming off buys. Both of us in the same similar boat. Great defenses, keeping us in ball games, and offenses not being able to execute and score points. Although our schedules have looked a little bit different, there's a little bit harder. They still have the same troubles. So on our end, obviously, after the Sam Houston State game and we lit it up, I want to carry that momentum from the offensive side. I would like to see Arch, be comfortable back there, be comfortable in the pocket, be comfortable stepping up, making throws, making the right reads, not throwing stuff in the dirt, not throwing behind people, have good deep ball accuracy. I would love to see that going into this game. Now, it will be a little tricky though, because it's raining all week there. So the field's gonna be wet before we even get on the field. Like it's there's rain literally the whole week. Secondly, it's supposed to be raining during the game. And if it's not, it's still gonna be pretty humid and moisture out there. So I wonder, for both quarterbacks who are struggling, I wonder how that's gonna be. Obviously DJ has the upper hand there just because, that's his home field, and that's, if they're practicing outside, he's gonna at least be able to get to practice with that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, it's hot over here, it's sunny over here, not a cloud in the sky, So with the weather, it will be a little tricky. I expect both teams to probably run the ball more, but it'll be interesting from Florida because they don't run the ball that much. Which they should, because their running backs averaging over like 5 yards a carry. So you would think that they would run the ball a little bit more than what they're actually running it. But for whatever reason, they're deciding not to. They've been in all these games without being able to run the ball. If they ran the ball a little bit more, imagine how many games they would actually have, like, probably won because of time of possession. Like, their defenses have kept them in all of their games. Like, they could beat Miami. They could have beat LSU. They could have beat South Florida. Like, they have a chance to be 4-0, but I feel like not running the ball has hurt them because they're not controlling the clock. They're going 3 and out, 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 because that's what that offense has looked like, just like ours. But we've been able to run the ball a lot better. It's just when we have to pass, that's where we have our problem. Their problem is they don't run the ball enough. Our problem is we run the ball and it's effective, but when it comes time to pass, or pass on first downs, or pass on second downs, and we don't convert any yardage, we don't have anything to show for it, and we're not behind the chains, but we're where we started at. That's what's hurt us. Not being able to complete passes in early down situations, to be able to move the chains, and then we go 3 and out. That's where we've hurt ourselves. So, I think everybody's going to be a full go this week. Everybody's been resting for this specifically, not this game, but like just getting ready for SEC play. I fully expect to see Trey Wisner out there. They've hinted at Emmett Mosley, CJ Baxter. I expect everybody to give it a go. I think for us to win this game, I think we're gonna need to control the clock. We're playing at the Swamp. I mean, that's I don't know what else there is to say. It's the Swamp. 100,000+ people screaming at you. We've committed a lot of penalties at home. Imagine what we're gonna do on the road to the Swamp. Like, we've already played in a hostile environment, but we're going into another hostile environment where our offensive line has committed all these false start penalties. I would love to see that cleaned up here, because that also has hurt us too, because it puts us behind the chains, and we already have the inability to throw the ball any short, mid, or long field. Like, we couldn't do it. So I would like to not have those penalties. Always be ahead of the chains. Always have positive yards. And let's convert some third downs here. I actually no, I take that back. Time of possession out the window. Throw it away. Third down conversions. Third down conversions. That's what wins us this game. Both of us are horrendous on third down. Don't even go look at it. It's not worth it. Just know it's in the triple digits. Okay? It's not great, not proud of it, but it's in the triple digits. For us to win, well, you'll find out who I pick on Chips and Slips. Make sure to tune in. For us to win, for us to have an opportunity, third down conversions. If it's the same third down conversion rate we've had all season long, it's going to be a very long game. I know DJ has said, the Gator offense will pop soon. Something along those lines. That any game now, you'll see the Gator offense. Hey, DJ. I got some news for you, buddy. Any game now, our offense is going to pop soon. And if our offense pops this game and your offense pops this game, I think we're in for a doozy. I think we're in for a great one. That's what the people want to see. They don't want to see the offenses that, they've been seeing. I think we're in for a doozy if both of our offense come to play. Now, if your offense comes to play and our offense doesn't, it can get a little scary. And vice versa. If our offense comes to play and y'all's doesn't, good luck, because that's going to be a long game for y'all. But, I expect defense to keep doing their thing. Keep keeping us in the ball game. I don't know where they can beat us at offensively. Obviously, DJ's a hell of a quarterback, and he has the ability to be one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the entire nation. Just pure raw talent alone. So with that said, I still don't know where they can beat us. Obviously, they don't necessarily have to, because we can always just beat ourselves, like we did during Ohio State. But I think they'll do a good job of keeping us in this game. Now it's going to be on our offense to, put some points on the board. Something that we failed to do against, better teams, so to say. I don't want to go too much into kind of where I'm leaning and whatnot, but yeah, like I said, I expect offense to be a full go. Everybody on offense is playing this game. I expect no limitations. I feel like everybody's had good rest, even if you were injured. The severity of those injuries didn't seem too high from what I understand, so everybody should be a full go. Green light. I know Trey coming back is going to be huge, especially for run/pass game. If we can get that 1-2 punch going with CJ and Trey, I feel like that'll be a great dynamic duo. CJ just the positive yard guy, and then you can come in and they kind of have to play around you, because you can run the ball, and you were the leading rusher last year in the SEC with over 1,000 yards, and you've also popped out the backfield and caught passes. So they kind of have to keep their head on a swivel with you, because they don't know what they're going to get out of you. Yeah, you're in the game, but you're not in the game because it's a passing down. You could be in the game because it's a run down, and they think that you're going to run the ball, and then you turn around and pass the ball, or vice versa. They think you're pass the ball, you turn around and run the ball. So I think that's going to be nice with him, is having that. We've had Christian Clark. He looks good. Gibson, as long as if he can just hold on to the football and not fumble it, he could be a great running back. Freshman Simon, I mean, he's true freshman, and he's coming out and showing out. So I think we'll have some good, run play here. as long as our offensive line holds up. I know they have some injuries on defense, so I don't know how much that's going to hinder them. But I think it should be a good game, man. I know. I know it's not the game everybody was expecting to see, but I still think it's going to be a great game. And I still think people are going to tune in and they're going to be surprised on what they see on the field by both teams. You know, obviously we have a lot more to lose than they do, but I feel like yeah, that's what I feel like. You'll find out here shortly on Chips and Slips, but yeah, man, I don't want to touch too much on it. I keep rambling on, but same thing that I've always wanted to see: clear up the penalties, uh, clean pocket play, Arch be comfortable, Arch throw the ball accurately in front of him, even to the side of him. Just throw the ball accurately. Front, back, side, left, right, up, down, horizontal. Just throw the ball accurately. Just don't throw it to the other team. I'll take that. Throw it accurately into your team. And then defense keep playing how they're playing, man. I mean, we have a great defense, man, and it sucks because of the way the offense has looked. So it looks like looks like it might be a long season unless offense gets it together, and it's another wasteful year of that defense. But defense looks great, looks solid. Keep balling, man. Just keep going. But yeah, man. On some other news, it seems as if Johnny Manziel is mentoring Diego Pavia. I don't know if it's quite mentoring. I mean, I know Johnny said some comments, and he could have used the word mentor. I don't know. I haven't really seen, what he said. But he basically said, don't be like me, be better than Johnny, which ain't very hard to do. That boy's living life. And I don't blame him. I mean, you're 18. You're the most popular person in the world. You go ahead and do what you want to do. But he said, don't be Johnny, basically. And don't get too big headed, even though you beat Alabama, because he beat him before, and Diego has the opportunity to do it again, which I believe he does, and I'm very excited for that game. I would listen to Johnny because Johnny, post football, Johnny has matured a lot, and Johnny knows like how these kids are. And like how to lead them in the right direction. I mean, he did what he did in college, but like he had no guidance. Like he was an 18-year-old kid living life, not knowing what to do. Like who was gonna tell him no, And for Diego, yeah, sure, he might not have the biggest name like Johnny did, but they're kind of very similar as in a player. Like a dual threat quarterback, undersized, didn't have really many offers. They both had to work their tail off to get to the positions that they were in, and they both showed that why they were the best quarterbacks at their respective schools. So they have very similar stories. So I feel like Johnny like relates to that a lot. So I feel like Johnny does want to like take him under his wing and help him and guide him the right way because it's the right thing to do. And he doesn't want him to kind of throw his life away. Like, I'm not saying Johnny threw his life away. I just don't think that it just seems like he doesn't care about football like he wants to do when he was younger. Once he got to the NFL. So I don't think Diego is anything like Johnny. I think Diego is a good kid and he's just competitive and he just wants to win. But yeah, man, to beat Alabama twice in your career, not many people can say that. That would be very cool to do. If you do that, man, they might put a statue of you out there, man. That would be very cool to do. The New Orleans Caesars Superdome will officially host the college football title game on January 4th, 2028. So, hopefully the Longhorns are in it. Right down the street for me. I can go. Tailgate, not attend, because you think I got that kind of money? Absolutely not. I mean, hey, a lot of things can happen in 2028. I could speak it into existence. Everybody's gonna be rich and be able to go to this game in 2028. But yeah, that's cool, man. It's a dope stadium. It's nice. I know the what was it? Semifinals were there last year for the Georgia Notre Dame. Unfortunately, they had that accident. But that game was there. SEC championship. No, SEC championship was in Mercedes. Um, I believe. But no, yeah, great stadium. I think it's a great atmosphere too, and it's in New Orleans, man. Like what is there not to love? Paul Finneball is considering leaving ESPN to run for the U.S. Senate seat in Alabama. Nobody cares. Nobody took your take seriously. Nobody cares about your takes. Go run for Senate, buddy. You won't be missed. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, Paul, come back." Nope, go. We got other great people over here. So go. Sorry, buddy. Oh, this is a good one. I mean, hey, Cam. I'm never wrong, man. I'm just early. After the Penn State Oregon game concluded, I texted the group chat. I was like, hey, man, I'll tell you more about him. I'd be leading the Heisman race. He might be, I think he's 1A with Mateer, 1A, 1B. And then Cam was like, Cam, nah, I ain't playing nobody. Mateer, blah, 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 blah. I was like, hey, man, I'm just saying, he might be. Look what he won on the road and he won. Like, he might be. He looked good. Lo and behold, MGM. Vegas knows all. If y'all sports bet, y'all know Vegas knows all. You're like, oh man, 2.5, 1.5, 2.1, 1 point, like no way. And then that game ends up being 1-4, 1-1, 1-2, like how? Like how do they know? Vegas just knows, okay? I don't know what they do. These games might be rigged, so that's how they know. They tell them like, oh yeah, you're only winning by 4. Or like, oh yeah, y'all can do whatever y'all want. If you want more, if you lose, who cares, man? But Vegas knows. Okay. Heisman odds after week 5. This is from BetMGM. MGM is a staple in Vegas. Everybody knows MGM. Everybody knows that line. Heisman odds after week 5. That's from MGM. Number 1 at 750 odds, plus 750. Dante Moore leading the pack. Number 2. How he made it up here, don't know. How he's over Mateer, don't know. And I will say this: how Mateer isn't on this list, don't know. I'm gonna guess because of injury. But number 2, Carson Beck. I know everybody laugh. I know it's hilarious. I don't know how he made it either. It's beyond me. Hey, but they know. Number 3, Jeremiah Smith. At 1,000. Oh, Carson Beck was plus 900. Jeremiah Smith plus 1,000. At number 4, better quarterback than number 2, Ty Simpson. 1,000 odds. Him and Jeremiah. 1A, 1B. At number 5, we'll just cap it off at 5. Fernando Mendoza plus 1,300. I guess I'll give y'all 6 since they're tied. Joey Aguilar plus 1,300. So, who is on this list though? Diego Pavia, 1,500. I'm gonna throw this one out there too. Trinidad Chambliss plus 1,500. If both of us, if Diego wins this weekend, he might bump up to number 1. Like, he has to. There's no way. He's got to bump up to number 1. So if he wins this weekend, he's number 1. In my opinion. Right now, well, my opinion, Dante Moore is number 1. And according to MGM, Dante Moore's number 1. Sorry, Cam. I'm just reading what's in front of me. Sorry. You can make your rant whenever you want, but odds are odds, and he's not on the list. Vegas knows. The other person on this list. Oh yeah, Diego Pavia could shoot up to number 1 if he wins this weekend. The other one, Trinidad Chambliss, dude. He's got to be in debt to Austin Simmons, right? Like, he's got to be happy he got hurt. Like, hey, you know you're not supposed to cheer when the team gets hurt, but he was probably like, my life is set. NFL, here I come. Now he doesn't have, crazy. I say he doesn't have a crazy arm, but like he's not like elite type quarterback, but he has great speed. And I think he just got himself drafted just off of the 4 games that he's played. He's averaging over 400 yards a game, total offense. Can't beat that. He did that against LSU. And LSU has a great defense. Scott's going to see that and be like, whoa, look at this guy. Five touchdowns, 1 pick. Like, come on, man. If he keeps winning, he might win. He had a tough schedule, so if he keeps winning, he could win it. But yeah, that's to say, those are the Heisman odds. I didn't make them. I just read them. And what I'm reading here is Dante Moore's number 1. Like I said, I know y'all weren't there, but I said he's the Heisman winner. I mean, he's leading the Heisman pack. Never wrong just early. On with the odds. National championship odds. I don't even want to read this one, man. Number 1. We got to start cheating here, America. Like, we got to do something. Like, every team needs to be like Michigan to shut this team down, I guess. We got to cheat. Like, what do we got to do? I'm for it. There's 2 teams that I'm for cheating against. Ohio State, Georgia. Get them out of here. Number 1. Plus 500. Ohio State. They look good, man. They look really, 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 really good. As much as it pains me to say, they look good. That defense looks the defense looks better this year than last year, but it's expected, man. It's Patricia's back there, like, he's gonna have him ready to go. We know he's gonna have these NFL caliber defense and throwing these exotic looks and blitzes and schemes and disguises, and I mean, you feel like you got 13 people out there when no one's supposed to have 11. Like, that's how he got these guys going. Number 2, plus 600, Oregon. They just got show us, man. We always say Oregon every year. Oregon. I feel like we've been saying it our whole life, at least my whole life. Oregon. But they still have yet to win. Number 3. Shouldn't be number 3. Should be more down there. Number 3. I guess Vegas knows. I'll just say that. So maybe we're good. Maybe we are good. Because Vegas knows. 3rd place. Plus 700. Texas Longhorns. I know. Everybody's like, what? Have you seen them play? Are y'all watching these games? I know, trust me. I'm saying the same thing. But I guess they know something we don't. Maybe they were at practice this past 2 weeks. Maybe they seen the offense get it going. But apparently the offense has always been going in practice. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. But we're at number 3, plus 700. Number 4, don't know how this is on there because they can't even beat a top 10 team, as they just showed yet again this past weekend. Penn State. Now, this team I'm about to say should be above Penn State, and I feel like they should be number 3. With the performance they just put on this past weekend in old Athens, Georgia. Number 5, plus 850 odds. Not that much of a difference between Penn State and Alabama Crimson Tide. They look good, man. They look like they flipped the switch since week 1. They said, we ain't losing like that again, man. We ain't doing it. They went into Georgia. Hey, last year, played Georgia at home. They won. Played Vanderbilt the next week at Vandy. They lost. This year, they play Georgia on the road. Got Vandy at home. Are they going to lose? Does history repeat itself? I don't know, man. I sure hope so. But, number 5, Alabama Crimson Tide. Yeah, so those are like updated week 5 odds, what everybody's looking like. I know some of those are like, what are y'all even talking about? But that's how it is, man. All right, the week 6 matchups, what we're all here for, what we're all looking for, what we all want to see. I don't know why we want to see week 6 matchups. We want to see like week 3, week 4, because the season's going by too fast. We need to slow down. But week 6 matchups. We got no early games on this slate. So we're going to start it off. 2:30 kickoff, ABC. Vandy versus Bama. Hey, man. Number 10 versus 16. I know the spread kind of high right now. I might sprinkle a little bit of money here and there. I ain't going to say who. You'll find out. But this is going to be a great game, man. I think both teams have this game circled on their calendar. Actually, I take that back. I think Bama has this circled on calendar. I think every game Vanderbilt has circled on their calendar. Just because they know, according to them, they can beat everybody in America, and they have something to prove. That starts here. I think if this game is close, I'll be honest, I don't think people are giving Vanderbilt full respect because of what's on the side of the helmet, as in the logo. I think if it was a blank helmet, people would look at this game and be like, oh, this is going to be this one right here, it's going to be a doozy. This one's going to be a fun. This game right here, this one right here, 2:30 ABC kickoff, this one right here, it's going to be good. But they have the V on the side of the helmet, so people be like, bro, it's Vanderbilt, man. Like, ain't nobody taking them serious, man. It's one good year. Like, I got Diego. But no, man, this game's going to be close. I think this game's going to be fun, exciting. I know Ty has said that they not letting it happen again, man. They learned from their mistakes last year. And Diego Pavia said nobody can beat them. They're expecting a natty, and they know they can win a natty. They have the team to win the natty. So I know all of them have this game circled, ready to go. And it's going to be performance, man. It would be dope to see Vanderbilt pull it out and get the W right here. But yeah, 2:30 kickoff, ABC. 2:30 kickoff, ESPN. I already touched on it a little bit. Texas versus Florida. Hey, man, I think it's going to be a great game. You don't want to miss this one either. I know it's just a lot on the TV, man. You know, we got the great game, 2:30, but make sure you tune into this one. I think this one's going to be special. Hopefully it's special in my way, not Florida's way, but I think it's going to be special either way. Also at 2:30, the newcomers of the top 25 coming up a big win, big upset. Virginia Cavaliers taking on Louisville Cardinals. It's on ESPN too. I think this is a great game for Virginia to prove that the game against Florida State wasn't a fluke, and like they're actually a good team and they can keep winning. They have an offense. They just ran for 200 yards on. They had 400 total yards. I think they had 400 yards of total offense on Florida State. I don't think Florida State's defense is as bad as advertised as last week. I really don't. And I would not like to think so. Obviously, we'll find out this weekend. But I would like to think that their defense is not as bad as advertised as we saw. So, if you're able to do that against Florida State's defense, you should be able to do that against Louisville's defense. You should be able to take care of this game, no problem. We have a great offense, you know. Defense a little tough, but you have an offense that's going to be able to keep you in some games. And I don't think they will need to be kept in this game. They should take care of this one pretty easily. But you never know, man. You never know. Next, 2:30 NBC. I said NBC, so you already know who's playing. You already know what the deal is. These are teams. This team, well, actually, both these teams, because one lost in week one, both lost in week one. What am I saying? Both of these teams are fighting for their lives. Hold on, sorry, just checking something here real quick. Where is it at? I want to see what the oh, sorry. How close is the ESPN has this game? They have it Louisville favored 6.5. Interesting. Hey, Louisville is 4-0. Louisville is 4-0. We looking at an upset? Is that what we're looking at here? Is it really an upset though? Is Louisville close to being ranked in the top 25? Oh yeah, that's right. They have Miller Moss. Virginia might be in for a good one. I knew it was like I knew Louisville was favored, but I forgot about how much. So that's why I wanted to double check it. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, NBC 2:30 kickoff. Boise State versus Notre Dame. Big game for Boise State. Big game for Notre Dame. Both of these teams, I don't think can lose. If a team is going to lose, and it be okay-ish, I think it's Boise State. That tough loss week one to South Florida kind of hurts a lot, because I don't think you make it in with 2 losses with the way Memphis is looking, the way South Florida's looking. UNLV's undefeated still. I don't know if you make it in with 2 losses, and you have to play UNLV still, which if they beat you, I mean, if you beat them, maybe, and if you win your conference, maybe, but you would have to pray on some miracles. So you kind of have to win this game ish, but like you don't, because you're a group of 5 and you're not meant to. But it's a quality loss if you do lose. That's why I said, like, they're okay ish if they lose. But Notre Dame, on the other hand, if they lose, I mean, hey, they're already on the outside looking in. Okay? They have to go undefeated from here on out. They're already on the outside looking in. So this is a must-win game. This is why you join conferences. I understand you want to be different and not be like everybody else and be, your own little thing. But this is why you join conferences, because you get the opportunity to at least have a chance to go to the playoff, even if you lose. Must win game for Notre Dame here. And I think the spread is something bananas. It's like Notre Dame, but like 20, I think. Will the game be that close? I don't know. I would like to think Boise can keep it within a respectable score, just because Notre Dame's defense, we know how that gets. They let Purdue put up 20 or 34, 35 on them. I think it was Purdue. So if they can do it, and you were projected to go to the playoffs, so that means you're good enough to go and good enough to compete 2 years in a row, you should be able to keep this game respectable. Should. That's the key word here. We will see. But 2:30 kickoff, NBC. 2:30 kickoff on Big Ten Network. Washington, Maryland. Big game for both of those teams. Washington coming off a bye. I think Maryland's undefeated. I'm not 100% sure. They might have lost, but I could have swore they were. Yeah, Maryland's 4-0. With the way Maryland's schedule kind of plays out, this is kind of a big game for them because they play them. They got Nebraska at home. Then they go to UCLA. So they have a chance to be like 6-0 before they play Indiana, and they have Indiana at home. And then they play Rutgers. And then they play at Illinois. And they got Michigan at home and at Michigan State. So they could kind of run the table here a little bit if they win this game. But Washington's tough, man. I think like Cam said on the morning after that score for the Ohio State game was a lot more competitive than what that score showed. And I think Washington has a great football team. I was uh big on them last year, as in like their players and the personnel they had. Like I know it's betting and it's like not, thinking that we're talking about a whole team here versus players. But for betting aspect, I'd always take Boston and the running back, can't remember his name right now. Boston wide receiver. I'd always take them, and then they would hit, and then they got a quarterback that can throw the pill a little bit, and he was a backup, and I believe he had to come in a game last year, and he like won, so like that shows promise and hope, and I'm pretty like it wasn't against a smaller team. I think it was like a Big Ten team. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I'll have to fact check that, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So, I I think I think Washington's probably going to be pissed off from last week because they're a lot better team than what the score showed, and that game was a lot closer than what the score showed. I mean, they just got it was just out talent. That's literally all it was. But they didn't get like whooped. So I think I would expect them to go in there and take care of business. But it's also Maryland. Maryland has those weird like one-off games, and like you're like, oh, they might win here, and it's close, and it's somebody who's like good, ranked or something, and they end up pulling it out, or they just keep it really close. That could be one of these games because Washington actually is a very good football team. It just sucks is like they're not ranked, but like I feel like they should be ranked. There's some teams that have losses that should be ranked. You know, Washington's one of them. I think Nebraska's another one. Um, who else we got? I don't think Notre Dame should be in there. Um, Mississippi State. Mississippi State's another one I feel like should be ranked, even though they have a loss. Like, there's some good one-loss teams out there. Um, Speaking of Nebraska, 3 o'clock kickoff, FS1, Michigan State at Nebraska. Nebraska's a great home team, man. Um, they kind of have to run their own table too, man. They got to win these games. They want to have a chance at something. Uh, Nebraska keep playing Nebraska football at home. I know they lost to Michigan at home, but that was a great game, close game, and I don't think Michigan State is anywhere close to Michigan, so they should be able to take care of business here and get a dub. And they'll probably will be ranked after this game. I would assume so. As long as Michigan keeps winning and they win their games, like that works out for them. And they're a good enough team to be ranked. So yeah, 3 o'clock FS1. 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN right after the boys play. Come on. You got Texas Tech at U of H. I mean, Tech looks like the best team in the Big 12 by far. By far. Second best team is Utah, and they already beat them. They took care of business. Went up there and spotted them boys. Second half victory, but they still splattered them. Houston just went to Corvallis and played an Oregon State team that looks horrendous. They're playing Oregon State's playing Appalachian State this weekend, and they're not even favored to win the game. They're 0-5 or 0-4. I think 0-5. And they went into overtime with them. I know there's just some games that are like that. But I don't think it's going to be pretty. I believe Tech is just a completely better roster here. Tech's like the best team in the Big 12, in my opinion, by a far margin. The second best team is Utah in the Big 12. And they beat them at home. So you expect me to think that a team that just went into overtime with Oregon State, a team that looks horrible, is going to beat Tech? When they already played in a hostile environment at Utah, you're telling me Houston is going to be more hostile than Utah? I don't think so. Don't think that's happening here. Tech should probably go undefeated in the Big 12. Should. Probably. Tough game for the Cougs. Tough one. I think Tech continues their dominance here. 6:30 kickoff, NBC, right after the Notre Dame game. We have Minnesota and Ohio State. This is the game, and unless you're a Ohio State fan or a Minnesota fan, you're not going to be watching this game. You already know what's going to happen. Ohio State's going to splatter them boys. It's not. Next. Fun one. Not an SEC network game. I'll tell you that right now. Not an SEC network game. Mississippi State at A&M. I think it's a blackout game for A&M. I think they painted the end zones black. I think it's the first time in school history. I'm not sure. I saw it like on Twitter or something. You know, I hate watching A&M, so I get a lot of A&M stuff on my feed. And it was funny because I saw some arguing between some Texas fans and A&M fans today. But I'm just like, bro, they're comparing like the first seasons of Texas and like A&M's first season. And A&M fans were saying like, oh, we had a better season our first season than y'all did and all this and that. But I'm like, bro, like, sure, but what do you have to show for it? Nothing. What do you have to show for anything? Nothing. So shut up. Anyway, sorry. Lost some cool. It's going to be a banger, man. If Mississippi State is the team that I think they are, and I actually think they are, they're a great team. Like I said, 5 minutes ago, that they should be ranked. They should be a ranked team. They can go in Kyle Field and win this game. It's already been proven Kyle Field's not a dangerous place to play at. Like it's been proven multiple times. They're close to 500 at home. That's probably wrong, but maybe against big teams, they're around 500. But this is a very, very, very winnable game. A&M has an offense, and if you can shut down that offense and you can score points, you're more than capable of winning the game. They just struggled with Auburn last week. Auburn's not that great of a football team. And that game was close. That game was close till the end. They only won by 3 points. So if you can contain that offense a little bit, you might be in the driver's seat here. But that's a big if. Because like teams in the past, this A&M offense can actually move the ball downfield, and you have to worry about a nice little dual threat quarterback. They have some nice play designs this year. I know I hate watching A&M, but I also give credit when credit's due, man. I don't hate that much. I'm not a hate watcher like, my counterpartner. But this could be a game that if A&M, this game's huge. Well, this game was close last year at Mississippi State, and this team's way better than last year. So we're gonna see, man. I think it's gonna be a fun one. Don't be surprised you look up and it's close pickings. I'm interested to see the spread on this one too, because I feel like it can't be that much of that big of a difference, man. I feel like it has to be close. Before I look, I'm gonna guess like 3.5 A&M, and that's at home. against an unranked team. So that tells you, if it is somewhere around there, that tells you how good Mississippi State is. Let's see here. Oh my God, I was way off. Vegas knows something I don't. I guess Mississippi State isn't as good as I thought they were. The spread is 14.5 here. No, sorry. Opened at 13.5. Now it's at 14.5. Do what you will with that information. Last but not least, the game that I'm looking forward to a lot. Because if Florida State is the team that we thought they were going to be, and that was a fluke last week, and they're the team that we thought was going to be in the ACC championship, you can't lose this week. And if Miami is the team that we all think that, well, I'm not going to say we because I don't. But if Miami is the team that is, at this point, a clear shot ACC winner, if they don't lose, ranked number 3 in the country, great defense. Don't think I got much else. Horrible quarterback. Got to throw that one in there. If this is a Miami team that, everybody is saying that they're much improved, great offense, great defense, all that, hoorah, then this should be a cakewalk. But if they cannot contain, they have a great run defense, I'm pretty sure. But if they cannot contain Tommy running the ball, I think this will be, a tough one. I think you have to, in order for Miami to win this game, I think you have to have a spy at all times. And you have to force Tommy to throw. Because when Tommy throws the ball, I think the stat was like, it was something absurd. When he throws for 245 yards, he has his win-loss record is it's not good. Miami 4.5, so that tells you what kind of game it should be. It should be a close one. Don't think Miami's offense is like that, though. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because we like to say over here, never wrong, just early. If they lose this game, never wrong, just early. If they lose this game, though, Clemson's right back in the mix. That's something else we have to look out for. Because yes, Clemson has 2 losses, but only one of those losses was in conference. The loss was to LSU. Not looking great because LSU just lost to Ole Miss, and LSU doesn't look that good. So that LSU win versus Clemson doesn't look that good. Therefore, that Clemson loss versus LSU is looking very bad. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I really want to see. I really this is. With the exception of ours. Okay, this is number 3. Ours is number 1. Vandy Bama's number 2. That's close to number 1. It really is. I'm really excited for that game. Number 3, Miami, Florida State. At Florida State. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be loud. It's going to be electric. Last time they played at home against a top-ranked team, what happened? Is it going to happen again? That's the question here. That's I want to say, can it be Saturday already? But then that means the season's almost over even more. So I don't want it to be Saturday yet. But I do. Because I want to see these games. But I don't. Conflicting. But, yeah. 6:30 kickoff. ABC. It's going to be a fun one. Miami's 4.5. So it's a close game, man. It's going to be a close game. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Again, I apologize. It's only me today. Cam had to take care of some stuff. All good. Show must go on at all times. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed our time together. If you did, comment, subscribe. Tell me something about yourself. Tell me something about the game. Tell me something. Just give me a little bit here, a little bit there. But gotta do it from your boy over here at Opinionated Media. We'll catch y'all guys next time. As always, welcome.